Hey guys, how's it going? Philip at Trade Genius. Well, article came out expecting the cryptocurrency market cap to hit $20 trillion in the next 10 years. So I wanted to dive into that a little bit, show you what that would reflect on with Bitcoin and how realistic all that is. So let's dive into this video.
Trade Genius.
All right, guys, so there's always been a lot of talk of where the cryptocurrency market cap can go. We're going to dive into an article here from a fund manager that thinks it's going to go to 20 trillion as an entire space. So this is not just including Bitcoin. These would be other alternative currencies, Ethereum, maybe some tokenized applications and such. So, and he also went on to talk about how he thinks Bitcoin's dominance would fall. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think what you guys need to impress upon yourselves is now is the time to be getting invested long term into this space because there is huge upside potential. So wanted to go over a couple of things really quickly and just show you, visually, I think where this thing's all headed. So let's dive in here real quick. All right, guys, so this article actually came out on Crypto Slate, and basically headline is prominent financial advisor thinks the market cap will hit 20 trillion in 10 years, Bitcoin to face competition. All of that's actually good news, especially for Bitcoin, and we'll get into that here in a second. So basically what this Nigel Green of the financial advisory firm DeVere Group believes that the space is going to multiply by at least another 5,000%. So that's where he comes up with that figure for 20 trillion. I think if you consider the market cap, and market cap, if you guys aren't familiar with that, is basically price of one unit times the amount of units available. So in circulation. So that's where you get the market cap valuation. And you can go to a website called coinmarketcap.com. Most of you probably already know this, but you can see that in the course of less than 10 years, we've gone from basically zero to over 800 billion in market cap for the entire crypto space. That peaked out at just over 800 million, $813.8 million. And that was for Bitcoin and altcoins combined. So the potential growth is there, and we are at the very, very start of what is going to be like the S-curve adoption. S-curve adoption happens with all technology, whether it be the internet or the washing machine. You're going to go with a slow, steady rate, and then all of a sudden it starts catching on, and we're just at that point where we start going vertical, and then adoption really takes off across the globe. So as far as his valuations of 5,000, a multiple of 5,000 from here, I think that's totally doable. Will Bitcoin be as dominant as it is now? It probably safe to say it wouldn't be, but that's not actually a bad thing. Bitcoin is going to be the center of attention for a long time. But because other technologies grow and you have other things like tokenized securities that might come out, or other altcoins or Ethereum based distributed apps that might take off, sky's the limit. So basically, what you have to look at is that the space will explode, but Bitcoin will still be there, and it's going to be a very important part of the space because it's the oldest chain that we have. It's the most trusted chain that we have. That's why Wall Street is creating futures and funds to attack it, and ways to have so that there's secure custodian solutions so that these funds can safely store and manage assets on Bitcoin. So it's going to be around a long time. Now, gold and Bitcoin have always had the comparison because Bitcoin's basically being viewed as gold 2.0. We've largely been in a non-digital era as a species, and now we're heading into really just the first parts of the digital era for mankind. So makes sense that we're going to go from rocks that we identify as having value to something based in cryptography that can't be duplicated, that's going to be a store of value. And basically what happens then is the valuation of the gold market, which is roughly about $7 trillion. In fact, if we looked over at the Motley Fool, they have an article about Bitcoin versus gold, but they talk about how the world's gold supply would have an implied market cap of just over $7 trillion around today's valuation, with the amount of gold that was been mined out, so what's in circulation. So what that would take Bitcoin to would be like this, and you're going to take that $7 trillion and divide it by about, I'm going to say 16.5 million, because 21 million will be mined but the last of it will be mined, you know, a long time from now, because the inflation rate slows down on the mining reward. So we won't see all of those for quite some time. Many of us won't be around to see the last Bitcoins mined. But what we can do is take the figures that are going to be largely in circulation when we achieve these market caps, figure about 4 million are lost or so, and we'll just figure so we'll figure about 16.5 million in circulation. So you're going to take that 7 trillion, all right, with a T. So we'll do that, 7 trillion, and you're going to divide that by 16.5 billion, or million, excuse me. All right, so there's 16,500,000 Bitcoins. And what does that give you? $424,242 per Bitcoin. So just, you know, just over $400,000 per Bitcoin. So pretty exciting stuff, and, you know, something that you need to think about as far as long term. I think this whole space has huge potential. So you really need to keep that in mind for long-term investing. Now, if you guys aren't familiar or just aren't sure what to do, you can head over to Trade Like a Genius. We got some specials going on. You can get the Learn to Trade Cryptocurrency lessons. You can get into the chat room with us. You can get coaching, all kinds of things. Check out our specials, guys, especially if you're just not sure about, you know, how to get into this space. This is the first time you're contemplating it. You know, we'll be more than happy to help you. And these are going to be in effect for a few more days here. So check it out, guys. But yeah, Bitcoin's had a nice run up. It's really just getting started, so don't let these current valuations scare you away. Get some. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, although I think that would be a very rare thing in time to be able to say you own one whole Bitcoin. There's just not enough of it to go around, but you can buy a few $100s worth because it's fractional. So don't let the price scare you. Just get some. Huge upside potential for your portfolio. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, or ring that bell if you're on the mobile, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.
Trade Genius.